Well, the votes are in, and you want me to spill the tea and talk about Trisha. How bad could that be? Oh. Great. Can't wait. Trisha is basically the Taylor Swift of YouTube if Taylor Swift cried even more and kept her heart on her sleeve even more than she already did. Now, I don't hate Trisha, and I do feel bad. She has been put in a lot of crappy situations. My problem is the hypocrisy and the fact that she puts it all on the internet and then complains that it's all on the internet. She's someone who definitely rides on her high horse and takes a lot of stuff out of context and also definitely clickbait you. You'll read a title and be like, when is this showing up? And you can't even find it because she disables the comments for haters, but then you also can't click when someone says, here's where she actually talks about the thing. So then I have to watch this hour-long video. And I mean, that's great, but it's also not great because she's just sitting on her kitchen floor complaining. So we're going to take a look at these 3 videos. Now, she's done a ton of controversial things. These are the 3 videos that I find very interesting. Let's take a look at my favorite. My channel is dying. I'm just going to use this one clip from this video.
People trying to cancel me for stupid bullshit. And it is people, like, look, if I was like a sexual predator or something like that, if I was like,
just because other people do awful things does not give you the right to do something awful. The things that you've done in your past are pretty bogus, especially to fans, especially to people who criticize you, and especially to people that you used to date, and after you break up, you make a lot of bogus claims. And speaking of these claims, she does the P word claim a lot. Let's take a look at this video.
This my therapist said he was like public shaming. Like, I was like, yeah, the way I did it was all wrong. It was all wrong. You get so caught up in YouTube and...
Yeah, you do public shame people a lot, and that's bad. Just because someone publicly shames you doesn't mean you have to go after them. When Chris from The Rewired Soul was being bogus and criticizing you, you had a good defense. Everyone was on your side, and then you went and you said some pretty mean stuff about him.
It, like, pisses me off so much. Like, he does so many videos about me and Jason and our relationship as if he's a relationship expert. It's like, this is coming from a drug addict, once an addict, always an addict, that is it. Coming from a drug addict who has a child, who's no longer with that person. I don't know the thing, but it's like, you have a child, you're not married to that mom, you have another girlfriend that's, you know what I'm saying? And he acts like his is so perfect, and like, just looking at him.
Put you at the same level as him. You sink down to people's levels, which I highly recommend against, because it makes us not want to team up with you. And then you do stuff like this.
Never wanted to be around him. Even when David would hang out with like other underage girls, just for the vlog purposes, just for filming, I specifically remember Emma hanging out with him at one point. I never wanted to hang out with someone underage. It made me uncomfortable.
Those are bogus claims. You can't just claim that David Dobrik hangs out with young girls. He does because, like, they're fellow creators, but he's not like, hey, get in the van. And that's kind of what you make it sound like in other videos. This one I use is because you also put off the blame. You're like, well, I'm not saying he does. It's for the vlogs, obviously, even though in the last video I said he hangs out with young girls. And you mention it multiple times in this video, which is pretty bogus. And you still do other claims.
Like, I'm sure, like, somebody, or maybe just Jason, I shouldn't even speculate like that. Maybe he was just like, I don't know, like he just chose them over me, and that's again fine. Like, you know, it was very apparent that that's what happened, because for the next weeks following this, like, you know, Brandon was in all his videos, and like, you know, David is the person that that's how he makes his money. Let's be real.
Stuff like that is just bogus. You shouldn't make those claims. You're sitting on your high horse once again.
Like, I know I look crazy. I know I'm known as like this crazy person online. Like, I'm not crazy. I'm just so hurt in life. I'm so hurt, and I'm making steps to stop feeling pain and stop being hurt. Because I do want to live, and I do want to live, and I have a good life. I just need to stop feeling hurt.
Trisha, just take a break. If you take a look at her entire channel, recently, she hasn't taken a break, even though she's saying that she should take a break. Just take the break, Trisha, please. And finally, we take a look at this one.
Hates me. Everyone wants me to go away. I'm just going to go away for a little bit. I'm going to come back, obviously. I love what I do. I love YouTube. I love my job. I have a lot of fun projects coming up, but like, I need a break.
she has a positive outlook sometimes. I'm not saying she doesn't bring up good points. She does bring up good points every once in a while. So yes, Trisha, just take a slight break. It's okay to take a break and breathe and relearn, because look what your stuff used to be. These are her most popular videos, and as you can see, the trend is they're very old. Her most popular recent video is 11 months old. It's because she's now just resorted to making these easy videos, unedited, talking for a straight hour, rambling. Even her fans are starting to turn on her. Start making videos like you used to. Sure, they're not my cup of tea. It's clearly more clickbait, but it's less clearly your fans aren't loving what you're making today because it's all your old videos. Trisha, what you're doing is toxic, and it's going to just bring more what I'm doing right now is pretty toxic, I'll be honest, and I'll accept whatever comes to me for making this video. And you need to do that too. It's the same as Jake Paul. He makes toxic stuff. He makes idiot comments, but then gets upset when people call him out online. You need to accept what you get. You reap what you sow, and you need to accept it, Trisha, and stop complaining about everything and just own up to it. You betraying your fans every once in a while, getting in a fight with H3, calling him out on Twitter, telling his wife to divorce him. You always bring yourself down to their level, or even worse, and it makes no one accept you. Just if someone's insulting you because of the stuff that you've done, take it with a grain of salt. Don't wear your heart on your sleeve, because we're not worth it, Trisha. You're making yourself a huge hypocrite, making lies. I could have liked you maybe at one point, but right now, I'm just constantly disappointed in what I watch. I roll my eyes, I groan, and it's a disappointment. And I can see it with your fans as well. So this is just, Trisha, stop. Your tea is cold. It's not good anymore. We don't care. And look, this video, you're not even exposing anything. You're just ultimate clickbait. I'm just angry about it. Just stop. All you do is just anger us. Okay. I'm gonna calm down a little bit. Thank you guys so much for watching. Maybe subscribe. I don't know. All right. Thanks for voting in the poll. The next two videos will be out next week, and I'll have another poll coming up. So make sure you guys vote. And thanks for watching. Love you lots.